retired rider. Retired rider. Gather round, folks, and listen to my story about John the retired rider. 30 years on the back of a hog. The rest of those years was sitting on a hollow log. Don't get the wrong idea about me. I will explain it the best I can. He's a damn good-looking man. He's a hot-blooded American bike rider up in Ohio land. Going as fast as he can.
Good Monday morning.
Nails you to a T, don't
it? Yeah, sitting on a hollow log. That's funny. I don't think I've ever sat on a hollow log.
So the bells are ringing, I guess. That's what they said. So rest in peace, Pope Francis is what the White House says. So, and J.D. Vance met with him fucking yesterday too. Like right after he met with him, he dies. You know, like what's crazy, dude?
Yeah, a little bit ironic.
So they're saying that. I think they're saying that J.D. Vance will be there for his funeral or whatever. You know.
Yeah, but that dude was an awful liberal, man. He was awful.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's what they said. He freaking like uprooted the Catholics bad. You know what I mean? Like he would get them anxious and crazy.
I mean, I don't speak ill of the dead. Don't get me wrong.
No. So if you're not knowing, Pope Francis passed away yesterday on Easter. So what a day to pass away. I guess that's the kind of the best day to go, ain't it? On the risen of the day of Christ rising. So. I don't know, man. I just, like I said, I'm not Catholic. I don't get into that stuff. I don't get into religion on here. Don't get into religion on a lot of things. I have my own beliefs and stuff. So, but it's all over the news, and it'll be all over the news for the next probably 48 hours or more, days, because they'll do all this crazy stuff and funerals, and then I'll have to pick another. I don't know, however they do that. Pick another dude to represent them. The Catholics.
Yeah, who knows? I'm just not a Catholic kind of guy.
I never explored any of that kind of religion stuff. I mean, my own Southern, where we were raised,
Southern style religion,
not Catholic stuff. When you're raised in the Bible Belt, you're either Nazarene or you're Baptist or Southern Baptist or First Baptist or you're, what'd you say, Pentecostal or something. Yeah. So as a teenager, I was going through a Nazarene church. We went to a Nazarene church up through, teenage years. Mom forced us to go. That was a bad thing, in my opinion, and a good thing, because she tried to keep us out of trouble and stuff, and it didn't work.
That would be like trying to keep you silent.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then as I got older, I go to some Baptist churches and stuff, but I have my own relationship with God, so I don't have to go to a church to pray and to have a relationship.
Nope. You don't have to be.
There's too much politics in churches for me.
You don't have to be a member of any church to serve God.
Nope. And you don't have to be a member of a country club. Country music is what I love.
Oh boy!
Drive an old Ford pickup truck.
Oh man, my ears are busting out.
So, anyways, I've got a lot on the to-do list. So, happy Monday, everybody. If you're off work today because of the holiday weekend, welcome. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is just me and John and our opinions, and we just like to get on here and talk. Just have a good conversation in the morning. So make sure you do realize that I'm not, now I can't speak for John, but I'm not an influencer. I do not influence anybody to make a decision or to do anything, guys. So I'm just me, and I'm here for, myself and my own opinions. So don't take it as I am trying to, suggest anything to anybody to do anything. So let's just get that straight.
I'm an influencer. I'm not an influencer. I'm just a YouTuber. That's all I am.
Well, I like to say that because that way YouTube analytics and world and the staff and stuff doesn't say, okay, you're sending out messages that you shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Because I'm not an influencer. I'm trust me. I don't want nobody doing anything I say. So
I just express my thoughts and opinions. That's all.
exactly. So, but yeah, Monday morning, man, it's like the slowest part of the week. Of course.
Yeah. Well, it should be the best part of the week. Starting out fresh, getting all ready for the week, you know. A lot of people get ready for work. Yeah.
Well, we got rain chances today here, so it was beautiful all weekend.
It was a nice weekend.
The weather's nice. It's like 67 right now. Going to be high of 72. I love the 70s. So, but we got 75% thunderstorm, so that's going to be kind of
70 degrees right now. A little rain this morning. The rest of the day is supposed to be no rain. So.
Well, my weather is actually saying mid to high 70s all week. All week.
We get up in the 80s during the middle of the week and then back down again.
So anyways, it's good to be back on. I wasn't on last night. Sorry about that, everybody. I was, entertaining family for Easter. Had a lot of people over. I think at one time I counted 15 vehicles in my yard and driveway. So
wow.
Yeah. So we had a house.
I just had the boys over and the girls, my stepdaughters, one of them came over later on. And you know what I did after that? I cut the grass.
Oh, that's nice.
I was going to go out and take a ride, but I said, you know what? The wife said, no, you can't go ride. You got to cut grass. Whatever.
Well, we had games. We had cornhole. We had all kinds of stuff going on. Egg hunts. Grumpy, hello. We had, my brother and his wife and kid was up from Georgia. We had my wife's family, my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, his 4 boys. We had my mother, we had my nieces, and just had people here. And like I said, I really wanted to try to get on last night, but I was completely entertaining. And sometimes when you choose to do it at your house, that's just what you deal with people here.
Yeah.
And the reason we do that is because we have the bigger yard. We have the I don't know, it's.
I know, I understand.
I don't see all the family driving. Most of the family that come here is around here and stuff. So it's like, and we do like dinners like for Thanksgiving and Christmas at my mother's because she has a decent sized place and house. So, we don't do that here. We'll do it over there. She has a little bit more room in the kitchen for more because we usually have more people there for that time of year. So, but
we have to rent a hall for that when we rent a hall after Christmas.
That's good. I mean, that's good that you got that kind of people that come. That many people. So, but yeah, I mean, it's good to be back on the interwebs, YouTube.
Airwaves.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be a busy day. I got several things to do, and of course, the day I have to actually get out and do errands and do some things, it's going to rain and storm. So it's okay. Rain doesn't hurt; just washes the sin off.
John, what motorcycle jack are you using? I'm using a Harbor Freight one that my wife bought me. I don't know. 2 or 3 years ago, maybe a little longer. Did you see where Grumpy's had his bike on his lift and it fell? It broke.
No, I thought I'd seen something on it where he had it out of the building or something, maybe or something. Or no, Grumpy. Okay, no. Oh, yeah. I hadn't seen that yet. I'm sorry. I just
he was talking to us about that his Torx was stripped out in their primary cover, the derby cover. He was trying to get that off, and I guess the jack failed on him. So
basically, that's crazy. 2 days or since Friday, I haven't really been on social media. I even missed Moto's live Saturday night because I was.
Yeah, I missed his too. I had too much going on.
Well, my
Family,
brother was
kids,
up from Georgia,
grandkids.
and I wanted to spend some time with him, and because I don't get to see him
Yeah.
very often, a couple times a year.
Family
So,
first, my friend. Family first.
I know, and like I said, I only get to see him a couple times a year now, and he's always working, and I'm always busy, and it ain't really that bad of a drive. It's like 5 hours to where he lives in Georgia, and
Grumpy, I don't know the name of it. I don't know. I'd have to go out and look in the garage. The wife bought it for me, so I don't really know. I just used it this weekend to do the 3-hole oil change.
do you have like a full size like lift or just a jack?
Just a jack that goes underneath to take.
Oh, okay.
So far,
Like this little square jack, the square.
It's a roll around little jack.
Yeah.
Roll it in there, square.
I mean,
jack.
it's square though, right? Where
Yeah.
that puts on the frame of your bike.
Yeah. It's a foot pump.
It's a never mind.
Foot
I
pump
almost said it.
Yeah.
It's almost a blank pump.
Yeah. It's not
Too early for jokes.
Yeah, it's a flip pump. It's not. I mean, it works. I mean, but if you don't lock the locks on it, it does leak off. Though it's not the hydraulics on it ain't great. It's just
Well, that's like any kind of jack. You gotta watch the oil in it or whatever fluid.
Not the bestest.
Yeah, like those little floor jacks you buy at Walmart's the same way. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to mess with those and keep the hydraulic fluid or whatever in it, oil or whatever you put in them. I don't know. I just always call somebody and say, hey, I need your
jack. Give me your jack, man.
And they usually bring it because I know a couple people that's got the big floor models. And if I need, to use something.
Somebody's always got something. Mine was the real wide with the automotive jack. Nah, mine's it's kind of like the automotive. It's just wide. It's a wider jack to go underneath the motorcycle, so you have a wide, so you can.
Yeah. So I've seen you guys. Like I said, I was watching some of your show from last night. Seems like y'all got I think it was up to a couple hundred views. So, like I said, I ain't completed it. Seems like you had a good live. It seems like it went pretty good. You guys got into a lot of different topics, and that's what I like. Y'all didn't stay on one topic. You actually went through a lot of different stuff, and that's some of the times I like an open mic like that because you can get into just
it leaves the table open.
Well, I mean, it just you can go from like you did. Y'all went from some political stuff to just completely different stuff, and it was quit. You just don't understand. People don't understand that there's political things in everything, and I'm not talking about just politics. I'm talking about politics. Period.
Last night we gained 2 subscribers off last night, so
Oh, that's good. And I like the way you guys got into like the what's up, Jamie? I like y'all got into just a little bit of the Constitution, talking about the travel and what's a real ID? Y'all keep saying a real ID. What's a real ID? Just your driver's license?
Yeah, it's got to be real ID now in order to fly or anything like that.
Well, I've got that. I mean, I guess.
I don't know if you went through your state yet or not. They might have. It's been around.
I just went and renewed my license like a week ago.
No problem, Jamie. No problem.
So it should. I got the new ones. I got the new color ones and all the new with the hologram and all that crap on it. And,
let's see.
So I mean, I've got a pretty legit license. I guess it's legit. I guess that's a real ID,
Yeah, we got 17 likes and 206 views off of that live.
Oh, that's good.
So we did pretty good.
Yeah, and I was every time y'all said that, I was thinking, what the hell's a real ID?
What's up, Ryan?
Is it just what do you have to go get another one or something? Because I just renewed mine, like I said, like a week ago.
You got to take all kind of paperwork. You got to take where you live. You got to have evidence where you live, a bill from where you live. You got to have your birth certificate. That's where you get the real ID. You got to
What do
take
you
all that
mean?
stuff
I
out.
went to the DMV and they had my shit already in there.
No, this is different. So it might not have hit your state yet, but it's going from state to state where you have to do the real ID. So look into it. See what
It
look it up
says it
on
should
you.
have a gold emblem on my license. I'm telling you, I just got it renewed and it has a star on it and all kinds of stuff.
Because you're a
It's
star,
the new
man.
red and blue color for the state.
You're a star.
It has changed now. Well, my other one was had a star on it. And they said it was legit. My old license, it was a white license, and it had the the gold star. And now I renewed it, and now it's like a pinkish red and blue with the round with the blue 3 white stars and the blue, with the flag. It's like the flag, and I've got like a chip,
It will
almost
have
like a hologram chip with my face in it, and it's got a star.
it will have a gold star.
No, it's a black. Mine is a black star, black with just a plain star. Like I could show it, but I don't want to show my license.
No, don't show your license.
But the gold star was on my old license, and when I got them renewed, updated here 2 weeks ago,
is your state gold?
I'm in
Is
Tennessee.
a picture of your state? Is a picture of your state gold?
What do you mean?
It should show your state.
I have
outline
a
of your state.
gold. I have a gold chip, almost like a chip with my face in it on my license.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, it's like there's a chip on my license.
What does y'all's bike look like? My bike is a Harley Davidson Road Glide. That's what I have. Yeah, I mean that real ID's been out for a while though. They did it here in Ohio a while back. But yeah, you had to bring in your birth certificate, proof of where you live, a phone bill or something like that.
No, they had all that on record.
No, I mean you had to redo it to do all that. You had to bring all that in again. Your social security card.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm not going to send you my information, but I'm going to show you some of what I'm talking about. I'm going to email it, or not email, but I'm going to send it to you, text it to you. Now my face is literally in the damn chip, the gold chip, but our star is white, or not white. It's like just a plain star, but it's a black circle now. It's not gold. My old license was a gold circle with a star in it. The new one's black with a star in it. And the chip now is a gold chip with my face in it. My last picture was just a little like picture. Here, you want a real ID? There's my prison ID.
Oh boy.
Seriously, look how young I was. 30-year-old, 29 to 31. Yep.
Just a kid.
So, I mean, that I believe I've got the real ID. I'm pretty sure. There, I sent it to you. Now we got gold chips and a star with a star and a black circle. And our license are red, blue, with their capital, I guess, with the flag. So now it's like a chip. It ain't a hologram picture. The last ones was like just a little square hologram picture with their face in it. Now it's like a real, gold chip. So it's probably
if you have a star on it, that's a real ID.
I got a star on it.
Okay. And you have a federal ID.
So that tells them I can go anywhere.
Well, you can fly. A real ID compliant driver's license will have a star in the upper right hand corner.
Yep.
So that's what it does. That's what a real ID is.
Yep.
So you have the real ID.
Yeah. Okay. So I can travel.
Yeah, you could go anywhere you want to go, I guess. Hey, Sterling, good to see you. I have a 30-year-old Harbor Freight Jack, still works like it's a charm. Mine don't. It leaks off, but it works. You're a real
good morning.
compliant. Yeah, you
KB on.
You have the star. Yeah.
I just got a blue, I got a black ultra classic Harley Davidson and a Harley Davidson orange and black sporty. So
orange and black. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and I think those, if you have a license like that with a star and stuff on it, you don't even have to have a passport nowadays, do you? Or what? Like if you like take a cruise and all that stuff,
It is
you
a
don't
lot
even
of
have
fun,
to.
Sterling. Do what now?
You don't have to have like a passport to get on a cruise and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think you still have to have a passport.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's
I ain't
just
never
here
had
so
one.
that's just here so you can fly. If you don't have a real ID, you can't fly. And it's all kinds of silly shit, man. I don't know. It's called a federal ID.
Okay.
Open
I thought they
mic
were
is
taking
a
place
lot of
for.
fun. Yeah, it
I
is.
thought they were doing away with some of the passport like places where you could, if you had like the star and the real ID, like that was
No, you
basically
still
saying,
gotta have
hey,
a
he is a
passport.
citizen. Why would he need a passport when his
No,
ID shows that he's an American or wherever you're from? You know, like
you still gotta have an ID. Now they're
I
making
mean,
these people go around and you got to have prove that you're American to vote. So you got to take your birth certificate in and all that now.
good,
So
good.
this is Jack that failed
I
many.
think you should have to have ID to vote.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly,
I
like
agree.
I do.
agree too.
I really do.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, and what gets me though, I was watching a video and the guy was talking about who decided that the land was theirs? Who decided that you're born on a planet, but you have to pay to live? We have so much water. Half the world is water, if not more than half, or more than half. And we have the technology and those systems that you can, what do you call it? You can filter the water and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
like who decided that they own the land that we have to pay to live on the land? We have to pay the world, the land we're born on. Like they say people are and he was being serious. He wasn't trying to just make a
824.
point. He was talking about, they're talking about people, die of thirst and stuff in these other countries and in our country, in different places, but we have all the things to make water good and water, but we have to pay for water when half the world's covered in water. You know what I mean? And like, why should we be paying anybody? Who made that decision to say we own this place and you have to pay us to live on it, even though we're born on it? And we didn't have a choice to be born, and it should be free. We should be able to live freely on the land, have water, free. I mean, who made that decision to say, hey, because if you don't have electricity, you're going to die if you don't have heat and air and stuff. You know what I mean? Who makes that decision who decided to say, hey, we own everything and now you're going to have to pay to even exist?
Sterling Will says real ID is because WTC7 didn't collapse itself. Yeah.
WTC7.
Think about it. WTC7. Think about it. World Trade.
Yeah, I got it.
So 24 said that will work for domestic travel. International travel still requires passport. Yeah, that's what I thought.
What's up, 24? I hope you're feeling better than what you were.
Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, brother. Hope everything.
Get that checked out. My buddy was on a cruise last week and had a heart attack, and thank God they found a way. The cruise ship found a way to get him off and get him back to land.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man. And his uncle had one too, and his uncle passed away Friday. Yeah, his uncle died Friday. They had to go in and put some stents in, and I've rode motorcycles with this guy for a few years. I've known him for 15, 20 years, and he's a little older than me. He's probably 60. Or late 50s, I guess. Yeah, mid 50s or something. But he's a good guy, man, and he owns his own scrap car. He scraps cars and stuff, junk cars. He buys them and and sells them, and scrap yards and stuff. But he's made a business out of it, man. He's made good money. And he takes cruises and trips all the time. Every year he goes on a cruise or goes to Florida, goes somewhere. And he was on a cruise last week and had a heart attack. His uncle had one too. It's crazy because him and his uncle both had a heart attack like within a day of each other. Well, his uncle had surgery and he was still in the hospital. He passed away Friday. And he was giving me an update and telling me And I was like, dude, how the hell did you get off the ship? He said, dude, the cruise line freaking took care of me. He said they found a way to get me back to the United States, back on land. And
That's
uh
cool, man.
yeah, and he said, dude, they basically saved my life. He said they got medical there, but it ain't like, full, like what they needed to do to him. You know what I mean? Like put a stent stuff in. They needed to go in and do surgery. You know what I mean? So it ain't like they on the ship, they got a medical place, but they don't have like surgery stuff to get into that stuff. So
greetings, Earthlings. Buck Brown. How you doing, man? That was a good video you put out, man. That's a good video you put out. If you have not watched it, go and watch Buck's latest video he put out. Of course, he wasn't riding the right motorcycle, but other than that, it was pretty good.
You did quit. But yeah, like I said,
yeah, it's getting better. Just a few days off. Just a few days, or damn, I can't read this morning. Yeah, it's getting better. Just off a few days, I guess. Yeah, but don't put nothing.
No, dude, you can be off a few days.
Men,
especially
we're
your heart.
I'm all right.
When it comes to your heart, it's it can feel tricky for a day or two, and then you get to feeling better. Then you can fall out like 3 days later, and you know what I mean.
Not trying to scare you or anything, but get checked out.
It does. It's when you have heart conditions, man, it's really tricky on what you need to do. It's just something you have to keep an eye on.
Absolutely, Buck. You did a good job, man. But you don't need me to tell you that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the problems we do on YouTube. I'm guilty of it. And I'm not saying anything towards Buck or his video. I'm just saying this in general because it brought up what I was thinking, or it brought something to my mind. And I'm not talking about Buck. I ain't seen your video, so I can't rate it, bud. But here's the thing with some YouTubers, and I'm not Buck. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about anybody in the chat.
Boy,
yeah, here comes the criticism rant time. And this goes for myself. I shoot sucky videos, dude, riding videos. I don't get it because I don't edit. I don't like doing it. So I don't do good. I don't think I do good videos. What I hate for myself is I hate for someone to tell me, oh, that was an awesome video. Dude, I'm not a freaking professional. You know what I mean? I think we kind of boost people's egos a little too much, and then they automatically think they're this great motovlogger or great video.
Wait a minute. Maybe
no.
Maybe what they're trying to say. Maybe what they're trying to say, it was great for what you can do. Maybe they're saying it was great for what you can do.
No, I truly think that. Like for myself now, I'm not talking about anybody else, but I'm saying I've been guilty of this.
Come on your channel and say, you know what, you're freaking.
Yes, I would. I would. I wish somebody would truly give me real criticism. I'm not joking. Critique my video. I'm not going to get my feelings hurt. I want to know if I need to do that or if I don't need to do that. I'm serious. Like I am dead serious. I hate that because people think, look, I'm a great motovlogger. I'm a great YouTuber, and then
I look at it this way. Look, if you want to support somebody, that's fine.
Oh,
and if somebody wants to watch your video, that's great. I'm not no great motovlogger or anything like that. And people have left comments on my stuff saying, I get it and I respect that. But I look at it this way. I put it out. If they want to watch, fine. If they don't, fine too. It's fine either way.
And I get that. And like I said, I'm only talking about my videos. I'm not talking about anybody out there. I'm just saying I've been guilty of telling people, hey, great job. And knowing that I could have critiqued their video, but I didn't want to hurt their feelings. And my feelings don't get hurt. Well, you can go in there and critique my videos.
Wait a minute. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit because you comment on mine saying good video, and you know damn well wasn't a good video.
You don't want me to criticize it, though.
Yeah, I do. If you think it's shit,
then I will. I can tell you exactly what you need to do then. The little discussion we had about your other video that
I don't need your advice. I just need you to say
see, that's the thing. People get mad and they say, I don't want your advice. I know what I'm doing.
Mad.
I'm not saying you in particular. I'm saying other people.
I'm saying my point is, this is the only point I'm making. And I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
There's a difference from support and like,
right.
Constructive criticism support,
I don't have no problem with constructive criticism. I don't. But what you see on my so-called motovlogs, or just me out ranting or bullshitting, it's just that. I'm not trying to be no fancy motovlogger or this,
Yeah.
It's just me out bullshitting. So if
Yeah.
somebody wants to watch me go out and just ride and bullshit, hey, fine. But it's not meant to be like I'm this great thinker or I'm this great motovlogger. I'm just out riding and bullshit. I'm just enjoying my ride and just saying whatever's on my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I do.
And I get that. And here's the thing. To me, now
right.
This is just to me. Motovlogging, it ain't shit to do with, looking at the bike or any of that stuff. Motovlogging is truly on a motorcycle, on the road, showing the places you're going and talking about the places you're going. I think that's one of the definitions, one of them. There may be many different definitions to many different people about what motovlogging is, really. Right. I don't think it has really anything much percentage, maybe 5% of the bike to do with the bike. It's more of what you're talking about and what you're showing, the surrounding area of the road or where you're going and what you're talking about. But like I said, no, I wish people would, I don't want people to just sit and be the yes person. Oh, great job. Great. That video was awesome. I know it ain't, because I'm not that good at doing the motovlog.
That's what I'm saying. And I've mentioned this many times before. I know my motovlogging shit sucks. Now my talking head videos do pretty good, and I like those. And I think I do a damn good job at it. And but my motovlogging that's really not motovlogging. It's just me out there bullshit. That's what it is. No more different than me sitting on here bullshit. But
well, here's the thing.
If you want to watch,
I try not to hurt people's feelings, because I am a very open, blunt person. So I have to hold back, because it's not that I mean any bad thing towards them or I don't like them or any of that. It's just people can't handle it. People's feelings get hurt too much. And I'm talking about grown fucking men, grown people. They get mad if I say, hey, or even if I try to suggest things to do. Well, who are you? What do you know about it?
Well, now let me say this, if people ain't asking you for your opinion or your
exactly
you shouldn't give it.
I believe that.
And if you watch something that you don't like or think it's not good, then don't watch it. Then just click out of it. And just don't bother.
Well, I mean, I like to support the people that I support. You know what I mean? And that's why I usually just say great job or nice video. You know what I mean? I don't sit and say, oh man, that was the bomb. That was all good. Because, it kind of boosts their ego, and then they automatically think they're this great YouTuber, and nothing towards any YouTuber out there. It's just, and I'm guilty of it too. People say, hey, well, that was great, man. Love seeing that road in the country and, riding and all that. And I'm like, cool. That's awesome. And I've been guilty of thinking that way too, of like, hey, I did a good video, you know what I mean? Knowing that it's truly crap, because I don't have different angles and clipping it in. I'm not editing in and showing this angle and that angle and doing real motovlogging. I know it sucks. I know my stuff sucks, but I'm not trying to get out, but I'm not out here saying I'm this, expert at, videography and motovlogging and picture perfect, photographer and all this stuff either. I just came on here and I'm a Looney Tune, dude. So I like to do what I do. And if you enjoy it, thank you, but yeah, it's hard to give constructive.
No,
but what I'm saying is, like, I would have been better. I'd have been better at like being the, what do you call that? Like a, in life, I could have done, like, I'm better at, like, what's that word I'm looking for?
I don't think anybody's a professional YouTuber. I've seen people do some shitty stuff, and I've seen people do good stuff. I mean, we all do it. I mean, it's just that it's YouTube. It's not like we're on, some kind of TV program where we're creating, movies and shit like that. We're just out doing our lives and showing our lives, and just, if people want to come along for the ride, so be it. If they don't, so be it. But I can take constructive criticism. Somebody was said the other day, a comment left said I showed too much of myself on my motovlogs and not enough of the road. So I asked everybody, is that the case? Am I showing too much of myself? Am I not? I like that advice and that interaction. If somebody,
Yeah.
it's not going to piss me off. It's not going to piss me off at all.
Well, like me and you talked about that video you made, your talking video about Harley, you know what I mean? And the way the way you exported that, out. I thought it was better the second round than the first round you showed me. You know what I mean? It's just certain things,
Right.
are better. And
I'm no professional with it.
It's like I got it in my head and I can lay it out, but I can't
do it.
Yeah, it's like I
follow
can't
through with it.
No, I could if I knew how to do it. I can't. I can see the vision. I can see all that. I just can't get it out the way I want.
My YouTube principle is simple. I subscribe to support. I like because I want more content like it. I comment because I care.
There you go. That's simple enough. Yeah.
Mic drop.
But I'm just saying, for conversation start, if somebody criticizes somebody nowadays, or if somebody says, "Hey, that was awesome," a lot of people take that a little too serious and think that they're this great. Wayne, I got subscribed. If that video was so good, and they automatically think their videos are like this great freaking video, and truthfully, they're mediocre. You know what I mean?
Let me say this. I'm no great motovlogger. I'm no great YouTuber. I'm no great content creator. I ain't great at putting videos together. I'm not perfect. But the thing is, I like it. I enjoy it. And I'm going to keep doing it.
There
and
you go.
If you watch, stay fine. Watch. If you don't. But I got all this all these videos that my kids, my grandkids, or whoever once I leave this earth can go back and watch.
Exactly.
And I know I've heard that people say that before. People say, well, that's a cop out. It's not a cop out.
It's a video file.
All I want to do is be real, be me, who I am. I had somebody leave a comment once saying, well, you say so too much, or you say this word too much. I'm like, well, that's cool. If it bothers you, don't watch. But I'm being me. I am being me. I'm not going to be somebody fake, put on a persona, or be this guy that I ain't. I'm going to be me. And if you want to watch, fine. If you don't, fine.
Yeah, I'm not a copy of anybody. I'm myself, and I'm not going to be a copy, and I'm not going to be. And that's me. Like I'm not for everybody. Trust me. I know that. And here's the thing though, man, I can take criticism. It doesn't hurt my feelings to say, Ray, don't ever shoot another riding video in your life. You know what I mean?
This is my point right here. Sterling says 20% rule. Riding videos show 80% of the scenery and the road. See, that's fine. And that's the input I want. Cause
that's why I was saying, yeah.
If I'm showing too much of myself, let me know, and I'll show. And there's videos I've done where it's been nothing but the road, me talking. You see nothing but the road. I don't even put myself on the video. But then I've had other people say, "Well, you don't show yourself." So I guess that's a pretty good rule, right there.
Well, it depends on how you motovlog. If you want to show two different angles and flip it back and forth, to yourself and then back, that's your choice. That's your way of motovlogging. But I also agree with Sterling. A lot of the real motovlog is supposed to be the road and the scene and where you're riding to and what part and you're talking about it or the conversation you're having that's why they have microphones and all that. So,
right.
But seriously, good morning, Moto. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's tricky because it's like,
look,
if I can ever find that word I'm looking for, I'll think of it.
What it all boils down to is I'm not on YouTube to get rich. I'm not on YouTube to be some million subscriber guy. And that's not a cop out. I just know my limitations and I know who I am. I know that's not going to happen. You know what I mean?
Why not? How do you know?
Well,
how do you really know?
I'm not. Let me put it this way. I'm not looking for it to happen. And if it did, great. If it doesn't, great. Either way, I'm fine with it. But what I'm saying is I am what I am. I'm not going to be anybody fake. I'm just not going to do it. And if I don't go anywhere being who I am, then so be it. I'm not going to be a sellout. I'm not going to be anybody like that. That's just me. I love going on here doing these live streams. I love doing the rabbit hole. I love doing that stuff with you and Coy and just people in the chat.
This is the best part of my day.
I love it, man. Yeah. So if nothing else comes of it other than this, so be it. I can accept that. But I do do my best, and if my best isn't good enough, Yeah, it is what it is. That's all I can
I
say.
think I have a different tone in a way. I think natural, being organic, and that doesn't mean all your videos have to be you and your face of you. You know, that doesn't mean just organic to
2-4
me.
says, "Don't worry, John. I heard
Uh,
all the ladies enjoy you putting showing yourself."
growth. I'm talking about growth, organic growth. I think
Yeah,
that's the best way to do it.
no, Dave. Hey, how you doing, Dave? Good to see you.
And some people just ain't meant for you
Yeah, I mean,
know,
we all could go on all kinds of different people's channels and say, "Well, that's not good. You shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do
that's
that."
not what I was talking
And
about. You know,
that
what I was
no,
talking about was what, and I've been guilty of it before myself, of boosting people's ego to the point where they, you know what I mean? Like, what, saying, "Hey, that was an awesome video," but I enjoyed it. If I enjoyed it, I would say, "Hey, great job." And then I'm guilty of just saying, "Hey, great job, nice video," knowing that if I would have said, "Hey, why don't you try this, this, and this?"
right.
You could have,
You're
you know what I mean?
saying
I
if
held
you're
that
saying
back. I hold it back because
well, because
people
you're
get too
saying
sensitive, man.
no, you're saying because you try to give constructive criticism, people can't handle it.
Yeah.
And that's my point. I'm not going to give anybody any kind of constructive
Well, no,
criticism.
I'm saying if they're in
I
their
give
video saying, "Hey guys, tell me what you think of this," or they ask to do
if they're
that,
asking for it, then
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
I'm
But
not just gonna go on there and do it.
if they're not asking for it, because I ask for it a lot of times, I'll say, "What do you think about?" Like I just did this with the view of me, or view of the road, or view of the bike, or whatever. Like Sterling's talking about. So people said, "Well, you do all right, and it's good mixed, and that's fine." I'm looking for people's input. But if
Yeah,
I'm on a topic and I've got something I really want to say, I will put the camera on me because that's how I express myself. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's all in what you want to do, man. But
and that's
yeah,
fine.
right. You've come to me and said, "Hey, won't you try doing your video this way?" And I take that and I took that and I ran with it because it was good advice. Now, some people could give some shitty advice. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. No, I think I would have been great in life as a what do you call that? Not a promoter, a um, oh shit, what do you call them people where they
I'm
they
gonna leave
they
bad
do,
criticism.
like, they're good at, like, really good at, like, putting it, like, advising people and advisory, I could advise people and then,
Right.
on how to do things, and
Morning,
that's me.
Robert.
I can advise people and watch a video and I can critique it and I could tell you, and seriously, like, I could tell you what things to do and would be great to do, but then when it comes to my stuff, it's like, why can't I put that, you know what I mean? Why can't I get that
Put
out
that
like
to
that?
your
I
yeah,
can't
to
get
your
it out for
video.
myself. But,
Right.
but I don't edit and I don't have editing systems to go in there and do all that stuff either. And I don't know how to do that. I'm not tech stuff. I'm not, like I said, guys, I'm working with a 10th grade education. You know, I'm a read
Now,
level
see,
of
now
a
you're
fifth
just telling
grader. You know what
yourself
I
down,
mean?
man.
So
Don't
I
do that.
criticize my own self. That's one bad thing I always done was criticize I always critique myself to a point where not bad, but just, and it's not that I can't do nothing. I never told myself I couldn't do nothing. I just always said that, I can't, I could, I'm not qualified to do as good as somebody else that has the systems
YouTube
and
YouTube consulting with Ray, 1,000 an hour.
well, I'm serious, dude. I can. Well, John, to start with, I didn't just go to John. John said, "Hey, I want to show you a video I'm going to do,"
That's
and
true. That's
and we
true.
got on there
I asked
behind
for
the
your
scenes,
advice.
and we were
Yeah.
watching a video, and
Yeah, you're right.
and that's
You're
the
right.
truth. And I said, "Hey, why don't you do this, 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 and this?" And it
Yeah.
worked out, did it not? It worked
Yeah,
better.
that video did really well. Yes, it did. Yes,
And
it did.
and I didn't just say, "John, do this, this, and this." He said, "Hey, I want
I
you to
did come to
watch
you
this
for advice.
video,
Yeah,
and
I
I want to
did.
know what you think." So
Yeah.
uh, we sit behind the scenes and I watched it and I gave him a
Changed
few
everything
pointers
around.
and that was it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm good at that. Like I can pinpoint things out and seriously, I'm not trying to put this is
But
not
you
a
don't know how to
fucking
you don't
ego
have
thing or none of that. It's just I
but you
see
don't
things that
but the problem is you could
I
do
can't
that,
put
but
in my videos,
you don't know how to enact it in your videos. Is what
Yeah. Yeah.
got you. I got you.
And if I could do it in my videos, or if I had somebody that could edit for me and do that, dude, I would pop out I think some average videos, some good average videos, not professional or the best, but some average, decent videos. So
Right.
I think that, like I said, maybe if I ever make it big enough, I can hire an editor.
Well, you might. Your channels are growing pretty good, man. I mean, much respect to you. I mean,
Thank
you're doing
you.
something right. You're doing something right.
I made an egg video. Did you see that? On the prices of eggs.
Yeah, I've seen it. Sterling just left something on one of my videos because it just popped up on my screen. As promised, bad criticism comment. Good Jesus, you guys.
I made another Walmart video of eggs. I posted on my channel, Raysmotolife, this morning. It's got almost 1,000 views already. So
you guys are nuts.
And I put it on the other one too, and I have jumped, and it's got almost 2,500 views on it, and I'm up to 1,070 subscribers. Let's see what the other one is. Let's see the views on the other one. Let me scroll down here just to check. I'm at 954,000 as of this morning.
That's damn good, man.
954. You think it'll hit 1 million?
Yeah, but anybody could go in there and say, "Oh, well, cheese cost a fortune. What the hell's going on?" I'm going to try it on my. I'm going to try it on my channel and see what happens.
Do it.
I can't because I haven't.
So if nobody's heard, like I started off, the Pope died yesterday on Easter. He came out and waved and said everything, and then went back and passed away, guys. So if you're Catholic, sorry about your Messiah or whatever he is to you guys. Quit. And I'm just not Catholic. I don't know nothing about that stuff, but he did pass away yesterday on Easter.
Messiah.
Oh, well, he's like a connection. They say the connection to Peter or something like that. Yeah. So that's all that's on the news. It's going to be on the news until they bury him and choose another pope. So, but anyways, yeah, man, like I'm good at like advisory. I could advise people stuff and critique things. I would have been a good judge.
Lord.
And, but yeah, man, like I would love to be able to put it out on my video. You know what I mean? I would love to have the systems to know how to edit to do that stuff with my stuff. You know, I really would. Like if I had your system and your setup, you know, or somebody else that has editing software and stuff, and like Moto does, he flips back and forth from his low back view to front view when he's riding.
Oh, that's easy.
Not for me, because I don't have any editing stuff. I don't have any of that stuff. I have many cameras, but I don't do it. You know what I mean? And I think I would do more riding videos, not all the time, because I love going without any camera. I would do more riding videos if I could do stuff like that, because it's all in the editing. It's either shooting front angle on my bike when I ride, or it's shooting back, or I got a 360, you know, a 360, and I can just move it around and back and forth. So it's not like I can do a lot of stuff. You know, it's either front GoPro view or turn the GoPro towards me and talk or ride. And I always try to think, why face it towards me when I think people would want to see, you know, the scenery, the country, the roads, you know, the curves, and, you know, stuff like
already.
that.
I get the point. I'm not going to put it on me anymore. Jesus, will you stop?
Oh, no. I think it would be, I like the two views where you cut back and forth.
With you, man.
Actually, to tell you the truth, I think you should take the 360 and run it up behind you a little ways over your head. I've done that before. And ride and have like a top looking view down at the bike. Have you ever done that?
No. But your comment still makes me crack when you said they're Messiah.
Hell, I don't know. They don't. I mean, they, you know.
That was hilarious. But go ahead, man. No, I mean, I don't know, man. I kind of I like a lot of people's stuff. And
sorry, Moto, I missed your show Saturday, man. My brother was up from Georgia and his family, and I was entertaining people. It was a holiday weekend. I apologize, man. I was completely covered up with family. So,
family. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
Sorry, Robert. I didn't mean to make you laugh this morning. I don't know what they call him. Their Pope, I guess.
Well, it ain't the Messiah.
I don't know what they do. It's not my religion. So,
Oh, Ray, man, you crack me up, man.
But yeah, 75% thunderstorms this morning, man. It sucks.
Sick
It
cat,
ain't started
dude.
yet, but it's going to. I know it is.
Yeah, I like that view that Sick had with the overhead behind the back.
I'm telling you, dude, I've run my 360 like that before. And
He had it
I
behind
got the clamp.
Top of his head. That was pretty cool.
And you know, you just run the what do you call that? The extension or the what do you call those sticks? That a selfie stick? Yeah, a selfie stick.
Yeah.
And you screw it down and you run it all the way out up top behind you, like coming out. And dude, you can ride with the view, like just shooting down, and you can see the whole bike, and you ride. And I know there was a couple of guys that did it over on the Dragon, and it looked pretty neat because the way they were riding the tail of the Dragon, you know.
Yeah.
And you could just see from the 360 view, all you seen was their bike and them, and they're, you know, they're doing you can see the whole bike though. That was the cool part. You could see the whole bike.
You can show both American Attention. He also did that one, showed both views at once, I think. Yeah. Where he showed a picture of him and a picture of the road. Yeah, you could do that. I've done that before. I don't
You could do what now?
Where you're showing a view
of you put picture in the picture.
And you're showing the view of the road at the same time. The whole time.
I could see. I don't even know how you would even do that stuff.
It's just an overlay, man.
I don't know what an overlay is.
I'm gonna have to show you, man, how to.
Don't have the editing stuff. I have no editing software on my laptop.
I just don't. I could do the editing. I could do all that shit. I just don't like to. I just keep it simple, man. Keep it simple.
I've never downloaded any editing software on my laptop because I didn't want to overdo it to where it wouldn't run good for my streaming and stuff. So
yeah, that was cool. Yeah, you just got to download it and play with it, man. Figure it out. It's not that difficult. And you got to have a computer too
that's the thing. I don't know if this computer will do it good because I mean it's a decent computer. I only gave like $600 for it or something, I think. But
I wish I only gave $600 for mine.
It's a cheap one, dude. It's not. But anyways, yeah, I wished I had like a $5,000 laptop that I could do some stuff.
Yeah,
with.
but you really don't need a major editing stuff with your political stuff. I mean,
no, not really. But I would like to throw in like other pictures and stuff like that when I'm talking, and throw up a picture of something.
That's an overlay. That's an overlay
here and there.
I'm going to show you how to do it
instead of popping it up on like my live stream. You know how you share the screen.
Yeah, I can show you how to do it in your videos. It's easy.
I would like to actually do a video and be able to.
I'll show you how to do it.
Or like some people do. Hey, look, here's my next video up in the corner, or my link, or this or that, and they put stuff in their video on their screens.
People do that. Yeah. Hey, smash that like button, guys, if you come in. If anybody pops
I have to be taught like hands on because I was never one of those learners where hey they could tell me how to do it and I would do it. You know what I mean? I was slow in school, and I was like I said, I had to be like they had to literally work with me one-on-one for me. When someone teaches me something still to this day, like they have to show me exactly what to hit because I and then I have a photographic memory, then I can remember it. But
exactly. Uncensored.
Like I can go somewhere, and if I go there one time and I see certain things and signs and certain things and buildings and stuff, I'll never need a GPS again. I can go right back. I have a photograph. I can go right back to that same place. I can take the same route. I'll never need a GPS again to go that same place. All it takes is one time, and I remember stuff.
Well, that's good.
I think that's why my brain works the way it does. Like when certain topics. Like I don't even, and I'm not trying to boost my ego. This has nothing to fucking do with that. With me, like being, this great guy. I'm just saying, like for some reason, some people like me, we have photographic memories. Like you can bring up a topic and automatically it goes back and scrolls to where I'd seen it in the past or talked about, you know what I mean, or something. And I can talk about that topic or that issue, and it's there already. It's not, but.
You got a photographic memory, photographic mind.
Like ghost. No, the best way to teach me is like we sit in a private live stream and share a screen and
I'll show you how to do it. It's no big deal, man.
But don't you have to have like a OBS or some kind of software or something like just editing software?
just download CapCut or something like that.
Well, I've got that on my phone.
Yeah, well, you could do it.
I just don't have it on my laptop.
Download it to your laptop.
Now, do I download it as a app, or do I just?
Yeah,
is that what you're talking about?
Look up CapCut, go to it, and download it to your computer, and see if your computer will run it. And download a video to it, and see if your laptop will run it. And if it does, I'll show you how to do it. It's no big deal, man.
Because I do the CapCut on my phone, but I just I do simple things like I go in and I'll just add like a little clip and then add another clip. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, and then I'll just add the little sticker that says subscribe and stuff. And then that's the basic. That's as much as I usually edit. You know what I mean? Like really, like if I do a 2-minute little video and I'll stop it. And then when I start talking about something else, I'll do another 2 or 3 minute, you know what I mean? Or 5 minute or whatever. And then I stop it. So then I'll go in the CapCut and I'll add those together and make 10 to 15 minute video, whatever. And then that's to me editing. I know that's not really editing. That's just adding clips and putting it out. But what I'm saying is, as far as editing, that's about as much as I know as editing. You know, I don't know. I don't understand how people go in and they look at they can connect certain, you know, like they got their chips from the GoPro and then they got another camera or their phone, and then they go in and they have to sync all the voices together and all that stuff. And it's a lot of stuff I wouldn't know what to do.
It's not hard. You gotta just be patient. It's not.
And I'm like what Buck said. I do most of my stuff on my iPhone 11. Like I record most of my videos nowadays. Now, if I get out and I'm somewhere like at a rally or an event or something, I don't just. I will record mainly on my phone, but I will take my GoPro just in case that I need my phone or something, and I will record, you know, on my GoPro, and then I'll have that as a backup video or something that maybe I can use, you know, if something happens or whatever. But I don't always use videos that I've recorded. I don't always use those for stuff. I've got videos and stuff on a card somewhere that's got 3 videos of Daytona I ain't even put out and I ain't put together, I ain't done nothing with. And it's like, why? Daytona's over with, and this was a year ago or a year before a year, not last year, but last.
Doesn't matter how
yeah, but it's like, you know,
who cares?
I don't know. It was because I kind of keep it like, you know, not that it's personal, nothing crazy, you know, it ain't nothing crazy on it. It's just it's so saturated with that shit, man. Like YouTube's so saturated with Daytona and video, you know what I mean?
Stuff.
It's like.
Yeah, but that's
I like keeping it for myself, you know. Also,
that's not your stuff. You put your stuff out. It's different than somebody else's stuff because
well,
you're different than they are. You're a different
well, yeah,
person.
It's got different people in it, different things. I get that, you know. But I mean, yeah, I probably got 3 videos I ain't put out from 2 years ago. Not this past March, but the March before Daytona. So. And I just, like I said, it's like I get on there and you hit Daytona Bike Week and it's just flooded, man. Like most people go to watch, but most people will watch the ones that's got thousands of views already, you know.
The thing is, everything we do is flooded. Nobody on here does something that hasn't already been done. I mean, that's the whole point. It's your personality, and most of the time they're watching you or listening to you. So
I get that. You know,
it could be it could be Bike Week that everybody else is doing, but they're watching you, your subscribers, and everybody are watching yours. And they might watch other ones too, but they're watching yours too, if that makes any damn sense.
Yeah.
But you can't just say, well, there's thousands of. I could say that when I go out to do a chat and ride. I don't call it a motovlog anymore. I do a ride and chat. I mean, a lot of people do that. But you know,
I just call it ride video. You know what I mean? Like a ride video. I never call it motovlogging when I do it because I don't consider that motovlogging for me.
Well, what is motovlogging? What is
for me?
What is motovlogging for anybody? What is?
Oh well, I mean, I think it's on whatever you choose to do.
Right? Do you go out and do just trips where you're go to a location and video that? Or are you just on your bike talking and chatting? I mean, what is it? It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's whatever you put out, you want it to do on your bike. If that's what motovlogging is to you.
Sometimes I'm doing a ride and I'm doing a topic where I'm talking about trying to get people's opinions of what they think or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it's just me just chatting. You know what I mean? I can't chat as well as you can, Ray.
Yeah, you
I
can.
don't
You do it.
I can't. Yeah, but not as good as you do because you can go and go and go and go. And me, it's a lot of effort to keep doing that. But everybody's different though. It's whatever it is to you. And if somebody wants to watch it, yeah, fine. If they don't, then that's fine. I get it. I respect it.
Do you want me to read what it
fine.
says? What Google says about it?
What does Google say about it?
Google says motovlogging is a type of vlogging that involves recording video content while riding a motorcycle or any motorized vehicle. The term motovlogging is a portmanteau of motorcycle, video, and log. Riders who create motovlogs are known as motorcycle vloggers, and the process of creating them is called motovlogging. So whatever you want it to be, however you want, I guess that's what they're saying. Is if you're on a motorcycle or whatever, a motorized vehicle, and you're talking,
that's a motovlog.
Yeah, that's, and also I think. Hang on now. Let's see. A type of vlogging that involves recording video content while riding. It never says talking. It just says create content while riding. It never said talking. So truthfully, that would be a talking vlog video, moto talking. So moto vlogging doesn't say anything about talking. It just says you're creating content from riding. Well, what I'm saying is when you add the talk, then it's, it keeps people there and you talk about conversations and talk about where you're going or whatever.
On my bike and just put a camera on and ride down the road. I don't think people are going to watch very long.
Okay, motovlogging. Here's more detailed definition. Motovlogging is essentially filming yourself on a motorcycle or other vehicle or sharing those recordings online, often on platforms like YouTube. So really, you can show yourself. That's the more definition of it. Is showing yourself on a motorcycle. So
I'm going to show myself. I do it both ways. I think that I take everybody's advice and I listen to what everybody has to say, but I think I do a pretty good of showing the road and showing me. I don't show a ton of me, but I show the road too. So I've had people leave comments that say it's perfect. What I do is perfect. The amount that I show myself and the amount that I show the road is good. So it's just do whatever you do. You know what I mean? Do you?
I was going to say, I think people should just do what they feel comfortable with doing, If they want to show 4 views, if they want to show 1 view, if they want to talk, if they don't, if they want to ride to a certain destination and talk about it and show it, that's,
I like my little, see this thing right here? See how it clicks around?
Mm-hmm.
See how that's what's on my handlebars, and it clicks around. You can put it
to
the side, you can put it to the front, you can put it to the side, and you can put it back to yourself. So
what do you got that on? A selfie stick?
Yeah, that's what it is right now. But on my motorcycle, it has the same thing, and it just spins around.
What's that called?
I don't know what they call it, but on my saddlebag, I have the camera that's for my shorts that I use to show the road and play my music videos. Basically, what I call it. But on this, I don't even edit it out, Ray. If I want to click it on me, I just stick my hand on there and I click it back
and just turn it. That's what I have to do. I have to move the camera around,
I don't care if now I could edit that out, and I have in the past, and I've edited it out and moved on, blah, 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 blah. But I don't care if that's the way I do it. And I could show the side. If I want to show somebody the side of the road, what I see on the side of the road, I just turn the camera to that side of the road. That's how I do it. And if it ain't professional,
well, that's what I do. I'll grab the camera and move it because I've got the Jaws clamps, and then I've got it on that Jaws clamp thing, and it's got the little thing that moves back and forth and just kind of. I like that though. I ain't never seen one of those. So
these are pretty awesome. I'll put a camera on it.
I've got some I like that I ordered. They come 3 per box, 3 of them in a box, and I like them because you can take them and mount them like this one. This is a big mountain stick, with I can do the phone, extra battery, all that stuff. But this right here, look, you see this? I've got these come 3 to a box, and they're different made. But you push that red button, watch. They're magnetic. But your base stays there, so you can change these in and out and they're magnetic. So see,
So you
there,
see
it's
this right
locked
there?
in. So you can
Say you're
lock it
riding
into a
down-
different thing.
Say you're riding down the road on your motorcycle. See that? And the camera's facing forward, right? All I gotta do is just click it and it turn it to the side.
Yeah.
Or I turn it back to the road.
Yeah,
or
I
I
like
just
that.
Turn it all the way around and turn it back to myself and back to the side again. That's why I like that setup. That's what I do. See, Robert says, honestly,
Exactly,
I don't
Robert.
think you can make a wrong bid, period. Maybe someone may not enjoy it, but that's their problem.
Yep.
Didn't change. Yeah, right. Exactly.
I agree.
Don't change for anyone. Be yourself. That's what I like. When I go on and watch somebody's video and they're pretending to be, especially if I know them, and
I got this set up
be,
for my GoPro.
if they're
guys.
pretending to
Microphone.
Yep. If they're
Lights.
pretending to be somebody else or
Bells,
not
bells.
themselves, I don't watch it. I turn it. I don't like fake. I want people
I
to
don't
be
either.
who they are. If I sense you're being fake and you're not being real, I'm not going to watch it. That's why I keep it real. I just keep it me and simple. That's the way I keep it.
Then I got the 360, the instant 360 X2. So I know they've got X4 out now, but still. And then I just ordered the new that Osmo 6 iPhone gimbal thing. Yeah. So I've got all kinds of mounts and different things. I tried to order a bunch of different things when I first started. I wanted to be versatile, versatile or whatever, different, and where I could change things in and out. That's why I got those 3 locks where they're magnetic locks, and they lock because you can put a thing on it and you can have another one on a different like selfie stick or a different mount, and you can put those 3 on there. And if you say, if I got my GoPro or my Instant on that, I can just take it, push that red button and pull that magnet thing and pull it off and stick it to the other one. And I don't have to worry about unscrewing and tightening and all that. I just pop it up and put it on the other one. If I wanted it on a selfie stick or on the bike, I could put that mount on the bike, one of the mounts, and then I can just take that unmagnet thing from the bike to the selfie stick, simple. That's what it was meant for. Quick release off that to, on a selfie stick if you're on a bike. So, and they're pretty handy though, man. They're pretty neat. And they come 3 to a box. I think I paid about $30 for them, maybe 20, $30. And they're on Amazon, and no shout out, no sponsor thing or not. But you put your GoPro on or whatever, and then you push that red button right there. And what I'm saying is when you do that, it just pops up and there's a magnet there. But it comes with 3 of these, 3 different kinds.
Right.
3 different ways to hook different things up. But if I have this mount already, of the other mount already on my bike, I can just pick that up and then take it and put it on my, and not have to click, and then it's in. So,
yep.
And then I can, record whatever and move my GoPro or whatever, my camera from the selfie stick to the bike or from the bike to my, and walk around when I get somewhere. Hey, I just unpop it from my bike, put it on my stick, walk around, and then, I don't have to go through the process of unscrewing that thing and redoing it, turning the camera off and turning it back on, and all that stuff. It's just supposed to be simple, magnetic, unlock it and pull it off and put it wherever else without turning your camera off.
Right. A lot of good gadgetry out there.
There's a ton, man. There's a ton of stuff, and you can't get it. It's like, how much do you keep going with, with the stuff until you had enough? And then when it all boils down to the end of the day, I just like doing it with my phone and having the phone mount, So that's what's crazy. It's like, after all that, I still just use mainly my phone and a phone mount not when I'm on my bike. I'll do the GoPro or the 360. You know what I mean? I don't never try to record with my phone. It just doesn't work that way for mine. I know some people that's recorded with their phones on their bikes, but I can't do it. I'm no good at trying to set that up. It's shaky and all that stuff. And I like the stabilization in my GoPros and, so I don't know. But like I'm saying, back to the beginning of the reason I was talking about this is I feel like, like I'm no expert at videos, and I wished I could do better riding videos,
Yeah.
Now say you come down here and see me and we go for a ride, I'll throw my 360 on and
Hey, sick.
I'll probably just record, a video, and I'll edit it on my phone the way my app is, and of just like a short video of me and you riding, nothing like 45 minutes to an hour, none of that crap. I'll do probably 15, 20-minute video here and there,
Right.
and stuff like that. I don't really get into the whole, here I'm going to record for an hour or so, or I'm going to record for 8, because some people do. And some people will turn their GoPros on and leave them on their whole ride. And then they'll go back and cut that video down to 20 minutes. You know what I mean? And cut a lot of stuff out. And I can't, for some reason, it's like where I don't edit and cut things and do that. I don't do it. I don't know why. I just like to shoot like 10, 12, 20-minute videos on my GoPro at a time, and I'll stop my camera and then I'll restart it again to start recording a different one. You know what I mean? So I can have 2 different videos instead of trying to go through and edit and cut it down to make different videos. I just stop the video and then I'll, restart it.
Yeah.
So, and that's usually what's up, Sick?
All I can say is just be you. And if somebody does give you a little constructive criticism, don't get butthurt over it.
Exactly. Because if you see me on there saying, hey, if you ask, I will give it. But if you don't ask, I'm not going to do that. You'll hear a nice job out of me or something. You know what I mean? I'm not here to boost your ego, but I'm here to, to watch and support you. But now if you do a video and say, hey guys, let me know what you think I can do, or this is better, da da da.
You better be ready for it then.
Yeah,
You
be ready, because when you ask for it, you got to be ready for it. You can't,
You asked for it, you got it.
Yeah, GoPro was made for action. Your phone is designed to break easily. Yeah,
it is.
Exactly.
It is. He's right.
So it's, like I said, but I don't never try to say anything out of like mean intent or militia intent or whatever you say it, malicious intent or anything like that.
Tiny malicious.
I just wanted to,
Moto says, I just want an attaboy. Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I just want to, if you know me, you know me. If you don't, you don't. I can't help it. That's because that's not my, doing. It's because it's your doing, not getting to know me. And that's what I'm saying. For me to be me, everybody knows me. Like, hopefully, everybody has learned by now, especially people that's in the side chat. I'm very open talk. I talk a lot, but I'm very open with my opinion and very, or not held back, I should say. I do hold some things back, but not a lot. So if you do ask for something and I say it, don't take it as like hateful or mean, like I'm being mean or anything. Just take it as constructive criticism from Ray. And, Ray's advice.
Ray's advice. Keep your advice to yourself. I don't want to.
And most people say that. Most people will say that. Hey, why do you have an opinion on it? Well, you asked for it, Don't ask for it if you don't want it. If you can't handle it. But
I got to run down to the Harley dealership, Powder Keg Harley dealership tomorrow.
What about that, man? What do you think that is?
It's the belt. The belt's like stretched too tight. It needs adjusted bad. So they're going to put it up on the rack and adjust the belt.
Huh.
And I got a little hiccup in the clutch. It's not a hiccup. The clutch, everything works good and it doesn't slip and it shifts gears fine. But there's like a little snap when you pull.
Well, the video you were saying that, and I was wondering what that would have been, because you said you rather have hydraulic clutch. And
I hate that daggone cable clutch.
Really?
Man,
I've rode both of them. It doesn't really matter to me. I ride either one, but
I can't stand it. Never could. No,
really?
I don't like it. Yeah. I like the hydraulic.
I know it wears your hand out when you're at certain red lights and stuff, and it just, if you're riding and you got.
Well, I always put my bike in neutral how to stop.
Yeah. Sometimes I will. Depends on if I know the intersection. It's a big one, and I know it's going to take, 3-4 minutes to get to me, or so. Yeah. I'll put it neutral, but yeah, like I was thinking, man, when you was talking about that, I was like, that sounds crazy the way the clutch is doing already on that new bike. Why would it not be,
No,
Why
it's
would it be
working
doing that?
fine, but it's like it's got like maybe the cable's in a bind somewhere, and it's got a
Have you
little.
checked the fluid?
There's no fluid. It's the cable
Oh,
clutch.
it's cable. Okay.
Yeah.
So have you checked the primary? Is it runs in the primary,
I
right?
just did all. I just no, it runs it to the trans. But well, yeah, or it
Or
goes to the clutch. Yeah, but I just did a primary fluid oil change. Everything looks good in there. I just did a 3-hole. Everything looks
okay.
good. I think it's in
Did
the
you pay? You
cable.
didn't pay Harley either, did you?
Huh?
You didn't pay Harley $600 to do your oil change, did you?
Hell no! I did all that shit myself. I did that Saturday.
Didn't you say that? The guy told you come in and do it on the 1,000-mile service, and I was like,
Yeah, and I'm
I
like,
ain't paying
yeah.
$600 to do that. No,
He
there
goes,
ain't
I
no
don't
way.
blame you. He
When
goes,
you
I
can get
don't.
away with $1.25 for the oil and stuff and
Cost
everything.
me $130. Yeah.
See, yeah, 125, $130 for the filter,
I
all that.
was gonna do a live or a video on it, and then I thought,
Should
there's
have.
there's a million of these out there. So I thought,
So now, what did you just tell me? What did
I
you just
know,
tell me?
I know, I know,
Damn
but
it.
that's where our mind goes.
Put your video out because people want to watch you, not just the bike week, not just this. Now, John, I've done that as well.
No, you said
I've done
whole
an oil
video.
change. I've done a video. I think I've got an oil change
You
video or
said
something like
and
that.
I do too. I got one I just did last year.
But I
But I'm
get what
saying,
you're saying. As soon as you
yeah,
pop it on, there's thousands and thousands of oil changes, and everybody does them the same, pretty much. We changed the oil. Now you may use a different little plastic piece or method or whatever to do it, but or you may have a lift, you may have a jack, you may be like me, you lay on the ground and do it. So
I was just looking at my first motovlog video. Sterling's only comment on it. I think I was using a Hero 4 as a motopomp.
see, it makes you think, don't it? Makes you go back and look at your videos and think, man,
I hope Harley
really?
Davidson figures out
That's
how
not
to
that
build a
good,
good bike.
or maybe you think it's good. I don't know.
I think Harley Davidsons are good bikes, but you could have. I don't care who makes a bike. I don't care if it's Indian, Harley Davidson, Yamaha, Kawasaki. I don't BMW. I don't care who it is. There's always mechanical.
I can find something wrong with any of them.
Yeah, there's always failures. Nobody's perfect. There's no perfect manufacturer.
Well, as human beings, I think we want everything to be perfect, so we criticize everything. You know what I mean? Like everything, not just motorcycles, everything in life. Like Professional Monkey always says, when's the last time you see someone going out and showing, oh, here's the new lineup of Ford or Chevy, you know what I mean, and trucks, this is what's wrong with it. It's like, why does it seem like nobody cares about that aspect? But it's always the motorcycle people that say, oh, they didn't give us enough this year because they didn't give us LED lights or this or that, you know what I mean? And this, like,
Right.
why ain't they out there? No one criticizes the other vehicles or none of that, it's weird because it's like we want everything, but then the people complaining ain't even going to go buy the bike when they do put it out. I mean, oh, they should put better suspension and LED, the bike for that price should come with LED lights and all this and da da da. Well, why complain if you're not going and buying the bike? You know what I mean? If you're not going to go and buy the bike, why do you want to and there's a difference from opinion and complaining. You know what I mean? Like people that just want to complain, and they're not buying the bike and they just want to complain about something, they're hardly not doing something. I find that foolish because, hey, if you're not doing, just like people say, hey, why did you trailer to the rally and you live 3 states away? Why did you trailer? Well, dude, you're not even at the rally. You're not going. Why do you even have anything to complain? Why are you criticizing me when you don't even go? You know what I mean? Or you're not even going to be there. You're not riding your bike, or most people that do that don't even ride motorcycles. They just.
Sterling says you can literally find DOT violations on a semi truck that just left the factory. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, unfortunately, that's just the way it is with anything that's manufactured, to be honest with you.
Really, Sterling, I bet you, if you're subscribed to me, I don't know if you are or not. You may tell a difference. You may not. I don't know. When I first started, I felt like I was weird. Like, not because I was nervous in front of the camera. It's like I was told so much. I was told so much stuff that you couldn't say, and you had to, da da da, and all this stuff, and you couldn't put on YouTube. And I was like holding back my words, and I was when I was talking, I was trying to think like what not to say, and this and that, and I was trying to be real careful, and because everyone's like, you're gonna get hit, they're gonna block you, da da da, and all this crap, and finally, like after 6 months, I was like, man, I can't do that, man. I'm just going to be me. If they freaking penalize me, they penalize me. If not, oh well,
Right.
So,
you. Just be you,
But
man.
I think Sterling's about ready to sell me that VW, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he's ready for
Really?
some money in his pocket. I think he needs some, so I think he's ready to let me. He said I
I
subscribe
subscribe
using my
using
troll.
my
That's
troll
fine.
accounts.
Hey, I got three channels, man. I got ones that people don't know who I am when I go on there and talk to them.
Who the hell is these guys? I would know because I know how you talk.
I was gonna say you get used to certain people, yeah, and the way they speak. So is it already 20?
Huh?
It's already 8:20 my time.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I got about 10 minutes and I gotta go. So
Yeah, we're only on here till 9:30 my time. So that's
okay.
10 minutes
I was gonna
away.
say I gotta get the kid to the doctor and
I'm so
8:45.
broke I can't afford to complain. That's what Sterling says.
5K for that VW looking good right now, ain't it, buddy?
Be taking advantage of people. What the hell?
I ain't taking advantage of them. I'm giving them a reasonable price.
I got a question for you guys. I sold a backrest on
I was wondering if you got rid of it.
I sold the backrest on the marketplace, and the guy he asked me if it fit a certain bike. I said, I can't tell you what this backrest. I said, it came off the Road King. I said, I don't know what it fits, if it fits anything else. And he said, okay. So he came and bought a measuring tape, measured it, and took it, paid me and took it. And I told him, I said, I can't guarantee you it'll fit. I can't guarantee you. I don't know what it'll fit. Now he's hitting me up like 2 or 3 times wanting his money back because it doesn't fit. And I already took it off the marketplace and everything. What I'm trying to say is, should I give this guy his money back? And
No, he bought it saying it fit.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to be mean to the dude, but I'm like, dude, you bought it, and I told you I didn't know if it'd fit or not, and I'm basically not going to give him his money back. I mean, sell it, go put it on marketplace and resell it. That's all I can.
He bought it as is, didn't he?
Yeah. And I told him, I said, I don't know if it'll fit or not. I can't guarantee you nothing.
Well, why did he think it would fit?
I mean,
what year is his bike?
I don't know. He came with a measuring tape and measured it, and I'm like, well,
it should fit considering to the year, not the damn measuring tape.
Buyer beware sells. Well, I don't know if he's measuring the width of it or what, but
that don't make sense.
Like, it's not a marketplace is like you buy it, it's yours. I mean,
but what would make more sense if the years matched up to be able to fit? I mean, if he has the year bike, then the same kind of year difference where it says it would fit.
Yeah,
it should fit.
Yeah.
You had a 2018, so 19. So you look up, hey, what year does the backrest fit from the 2019 to what? How far back or whatever. So do you know what kind of bike he had and what year?
No, brother, I don't know none of that. So.
Well, that's his problem. I'm sorry, but
I told him I don't know what it would fit. I know it would fit other bikes, but I didn't know. But no, I never on marketplace, Robert. They never come to my house. I meet them in a neutral place.
Yeah,
nobody comes to my house. Nobody.
I would block his number then. Yeah. He'll probably give you a bad review, but say, hey, he wouldn't return my money. Well, hey, you bought it as is.
I don't think that's a bad review. I mean, you bought it, man. It's yours. Still
exactly. I mean, that's why I don't like to buy things off marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a $175 backrest, and he got it for $75. I mean, I can't complain on that. But
he got it for what?
I sold it to him for $75.
Oh,
yeah. So he got a hell of a deal on it.
Was it a quick release?
Yeah, quick release backrest, passenger backrest.
Oh, passenger. Okay,
yeah.
Passenger. So he may not have the quick release mounts on his bike, or maybe he thought it was the long one.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Or he's just got an older bike like me, and it won't fit. You know what I mean? It won't measure up. So.
And I'm not trying to be mean to the dude.
No. I get it, dude.
Like,
I wouldn't
return it. Then I'd have to go meet him again, put it back on marketplace. I'm like, I'm not going to do all that. All he needs to do is throw it on marketplace himself and resell it.
Yeah. Say, hey, I bought this and it didn't fit my bike. And here, I'm just asking what I bought it for or whatever. So,
I mean, I was honest with him when he contacted me. He asked me, I said, I don't know if it'll fit your bike, man. I said, I can't guarantee anything. I said,
yeah.
if you want it,
It's
fine. If you don't,
marketplace.
fine. Yeah.
It's not the store. It's not the return aisle,
No.
I mean, seriously, like you should.
But me personally, if I would have bought it, I would have never contacted the guy and say it didn't fit. I'd have just said, hey, it is.
Yeah, I'd have just dealt with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you put on marketplace no refunds or none of that?
No, I shouldn't have to. I ain't gonna.
Well, no, but I mean, you could have said. I'm just saying, if I was to sell anything, I'd say buy as is, no refunds, no returns. Just to keep my end safe. You know what I mean?
Well, my end is safe. I told him. I told him, I don't know. I can't guarantee if it'll fit. I don't know. I said, research it. I tell people, research it, figure it out for yourself. It'll fit. I don't know. So that's on him,
Just hope you don't ever meet him out like a year down the road and he says, there's that mother upper that sold me that backrest that don't fit.
Trust me, brother. I ain't scared of nobody.
I'm just talking.
I watch my back. I fear no man.
I hear you.
People can't take responsibility for their own actions anymore.
Exactly. I mean, hell, either put it back on marketplace or ride to a bike night and try to sell it there. Try to sell it to a friend that needs one.
Sterling says refunds come with a boot in the ass.
It's true though, dude. What do you expect when you buy something? Off marketplace or off someone personally. This is not a company. It's no refunds, dude. Should have known that. It's common sense.
It's not eBay.
If it would have been me, you know what I'd have done? It didn't fit. I'd have just laid it down in the garage or the basement somewhere until I could get rid of it. You know what I mean? Until I could decide something to do with it. That's what I'd have done with it. And I would have never said nothing else about it. I'd have completely, that's what I'd have done. But first of all, I'd have done enough research to know if it fit.
He needs to list it
looked
for
at
90
the year.
and let it go. Yeah.
If it fit your 2019, then I would have known it wouldn't have went. So it would only went so many years back or, whatever. So,
well, it's the buyer's responsibility to look to see if I say I don't know whether it's going to fit or not, then it's his responsibility to look and find out if it'll fit. You know what I mean? That's it. I could tell him I told him what year bike it came off, what kind of bike. It's up to him to find out if it'll fit his.
And it's up to him to research it and see if it'll fit his. Yeah.
So I'm not going to feel bad about it. I mean, it is what it is.
No, I wouldn't either. I would completely block his number if he's going to keep calling you.
Well, he's not calling me. He's just going through Messenger. He ain't got my phone number. I don't give out my phone number.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's only a few people that have mine, and I thought about changing it. And then I have to go through that process of telling everybody my phone number again. Right. So it's like, shit.
All right, people. Well, we're going to roll off of here. He's got to take his daughter to the DACA. And I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I'll figure something out. Appreciate everybody coming in the chats and hanging out with us. Make sure you go check out Ray's channel, Raysmotolife, and Right Lane Talk. Is it?
Media.
Yeah, Right Lane Talk. Go check that out. Check out
Media. Right Lane Talk Media.
Right Lane Talk Media. Check out everybody's channels and chat. Sterling Will, everybody's Motos, Sick. Everybody's got a channel out there. Check out. They got morning coffees going on this morning.
I think Sick's doing his this morning. It's Sick, ain't it?
Okay, check out Sick this morning. Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow morning on Raysmotolife's channel for the early morning live, and then we'll be back Wednesday on mine. And don't forget the rabbit hole on Wednesday night. We'll be doing Ray's puppy, the symbols on the American currency. So check that out. That should be really interesting. I'm looking forward to it. So Ray better bring the goods. That's all I got.
All I got to do is go get some dollar bills.
Bring the goods, brother. Other than that, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Be safe out there.
Yep.
And we'll see you on the next one.